Good morning, children. Myself name P.S. Tiwari from LP Savani Vidya Bhavan. We will continue with the subject OC, Organization of Commerce. Let's start. Yes, children. In today's video, we'll discuss the training and development, training concept and importance, development concept and importance, and the difference between training and development. So let's get started. Yes, children, see the training and development. Training. However efficient the recruited personnel might be, without experience and expertise, proper functioning of the organization is impossible. Training is the process of imparting theoretical and practical knowledge with the objective of acquiring proficiency in work. Training is not temporary but a continuous process because it increases knowledge, ability and proficiency of the employee, which is useful for the organization to arrange the activity, and for that organization are arranging the training program also. Concept. In general term, training means providing theoretical and practical knowledge with reference to the work of the employees. Related with the work, the organization will provide the theoretical and practical knowledge. That is considered as a training. As stated by an expert, training means giving up-to-date information about the organization and also to increase efficiency, skill, aptitude, attitude and technical skill of the employee. In short, training means imparting knowledge and education with the objective of gaining proficiency in the business. So with the help of concept, hope so you have understood how training is important in an organization. Now let's see the importance. See, importance of training. First one, modern information. Training is necessary for appraising the employee about modern technological changes and research. When you are accepting the modernization in your business, your employee are not used to with the same, and in fact that is new asset for them. So for using the same, for using the technology, you should provide them training. Second one, safety. Those workers who are handling machine are given information regarding operation of machinery so that accident can be reduced. This nurtures aptitude for work in the employee and also leads to less fatigue and high morale. The employee, those who are using the machinery, those who are doing the machinery work, when they will get the training, so they will feel familiar to use the product, plus it is also leads to less fatigue and high morale, because after getting the training the accident chances reduces. So the safety of employee must, and it happens with the help of training. The third one, increasing job satisfaction. Training improves understanding of the worker, and when they are given the job for which they have been trained, it increases their enthusiasm, which in return increases their job satisfaction. After getting training, the employee are ready to do their job. For that, for whatever work they have recruited. So by that you can see increasing enthusiasm among your employee, and by that you can see increasing their job satisfaction. Then fourth one, reduction in rate of labor turnover. Training increases knowledge, skill, efficiency, work of the workers, that is in turn increases or improves their chances of promotion and income. Since it makes them more efficient, they do not think of changing their job, which in return decreases the rate of labor turnover. If they are feeling good, comfortable to do work in your organization with high skill, knowledge and efficiency after getting training, so the chances of leaving the job is less because they are satisfied with the job. So you can correlate fourth point with third one. With job satisfaction, you can see that the reduction in the labor turnover rate. Then fifth one, increasing in profit. Training increases production and productivity, thereby reducing cost of the production and increasing profit. It will increase the production and productivity, therefore reduction in the cost of production, it will give direct profit. Then sixth one, reduction in expenses. Training increases efficiency of the worker, which increases production and decreases wastage of the raw material because they are well trained. So it decreases the wastage of raw material. Supervision cost also reduces because they know what to do, how to do. So supervision cost also reduces. Thus, the total expenditure reduced. Then the seventh one, growth and development of employee. Training results in the increasing in skill, knowledge, ability and intelligence of the employee. This also results in the personal growth and development of the employee. If they are familiar with the work and they are satisfied with the job, that means after getting the more skill, knowledge, ability, intelligence from the training phase, you can see the growth and development among your employee. Then the last is other benefits. Training improves quality of production. It enhances prestige of the organization and reduces stress. An environment of cooperation is created and loyalty, sincerity, enthusiasm of employee is continuously increasing. Fine. So other benefit you can see, loyalty, sincerity, enthusiasm, etc. The conclusion part for the training is a separate training department has to be maintained for the training. Special officers has to be appointed by big enterprises to provide training to the new employee. Raw material may get wasted and stipend has to be paid to the trainee. Thus, training is expensive, but its benefit outweigh the expense incurred. Short and simple, when you are providing the training, it is costly process, it is expensive process. I know, because the wastage of material happens, you have to provide on-job training, the stipend you have to provide to your trainee. So short and simple, this is the expensive process, but still, training is expensive, but its absence is more expensive. Fine, training is expensive, but its absence is more expensive. So the amount spent on training should not be considered an expense, but it is considered an investment in the business. Because after providing the training, you are increasing their knowledge, skill, efficiency, enthusiasm, positive vibes you are giving among your employee. So this is considered an investment, not an expense. Yes, development. Top level management and departmental heads have more of intellectual work than physical work. So, special training is given to them. The objective of this training is to increase their mental ability and their efficiency in taking policy decision. Due to this, they become expert in the technical knowledge and make strategic plan and policies. This type of training is called officer development. In present time, in this industrial world, many upcoming changes are taking place. So, to enhance the ability of top level management, the organization has to undertake the development oriented program. The concept of development is the process of imparting theoretical and practical knowledge to top level management and departmental heads, that means top and middle level of management. The term development refers to the program which helps to achieve the pre-decided objective of the organization by improving the capabilities of heads, that is officers. If they are improving with the help of training, if they improve the capability of the heads, it will give more productivity. So the developmental program is oriented for the top and middle level of management. Now what are the importance of development? Let's see. Importance of development. First one, increasing in technical knowledge. With the changing business condition, it is necessary for the officer of organization to have technical knowledge because their function are related with the technical aspects. Developmental program provide guidance, that is knowledge, to use technical knowledge, machines and methods so that positive decision can be taken for the organization. So it increases the technical knowledge of the middle and top level of management. Research and new ideology. It increases the efficiency of the departmental heads to work at the administrative level by providing them knowledge about new research and ideologies. With the help of new ideas, with the help of research and technology, they are updated and they will provide updated knowledge to the employee. The third one, development of the organization. In present time, developmental programs are necessary to take the organization to national and international level by adopting new changes and strategies. So this is useful for the developmental of the organization. Then fourth one, optimum use of resources. Developmental program helps to make optimum use of available resources. That means apart from this, it reduces unnecessary expenses, control the cost of production, thereby increasing the profit. With the help of training program, they can develop their skills and optimally they will utilize the resources. Then fifth one, solution to problem. Development program are necessary for speedy and successful solution of newly arising problem of the organization. Sixth one, effective supervision. Development program enhance the skill of officer who have technical skill and mental strength to keep effective supervision on business activity. They are keep going supervision, observing the activity with the high skill and knowledge. The seventh, reduce stress. Management and departmental heads often have to face many challenges and problems while managing the enterprises or business. So, while taking decision, a lot of confusion or stress is created. Developmental program helps to reduce this kind of stress. And the eighth one, development program. Such program help the officer to meet future challenges and bring suitable changes in the business. This kind of program helps to the middle level and top level of management to face the challenges and give the solution for the same. Now this is the last topic for staffing chapter, fifth chapter, difference between training and development. Meaning. The meaning of training, it is a process of imparting theoretical and practical knowledge to employee with the objective of acquiring proficiency in employee to do the work. Development, it is a process of imparting theoretical and practical knowledge to top level management and departmental heads. The development program is used for the top and middle level authority. What are the major objectives? The objective of training is to increase efficiency and productivity. And the objective of development is overall development of management and officers by enhancing their latent capacity and molding their personalities. Then center point of training. Work is at the center of training. And in development, future career and probable challenges are at center. The time and expenses. In training, it is short-term process and less expensive. Development, it is long-term process and expensive. Right? Training is also expensive, but compared with development, it is less expensive. Then, fifth one, who imparts? Training is imparted by the experienced employee, experts or supervisor. While development, for this, the help of educational institution and experts of various fields is taken. So in development, more experts are required, but in training, our superior authority, our experienced employee can give the training. To whom? Training is given to the staff at the bottom level management. The developmental program are for the executive and departmental heads working at the top and middle level authority. Fine. Training is useful for the bottom level management. Development is used for the middle and top level management. Fine. Now we have done the 5th chapter, that is staffing. Hope so you all have understood all the points. Just do the revision. Have any kind of doubt, please ask in our online session. Thank you for the day, children. Bye bye.